Malawi's president's decision to pardon a Chinese couple jailed for poaching and wildlife trafficking continues to draw reactions. Many in Malawi have said the convicts should not have been freed before completing their prison terms to mirror the gravity of their crimes. Lin Yu was sentenced to 14 years in prison in 2021, a year after his wife Chin Hua Zhang was sentenced to 11 years in jail for poaching. They were to be deported to China after serving their prison terms. During their arrests in 2019, Lin and Zhang were found with elephant tusks, hippo teeth, and rhino horns. The animal parts were traced to wildlife poached at Malawi's Liwonde National Park in the southern part of the country. Malawi prosecutors described Lin and his wife Zhang as a dangerous syndicate that funded and organized poaching across the southern African region. Their smuggling routes stretched to China and other illegal markets, especially in Asia. The Malawi court established that Lin was found in possession of horns from at least 5 different rhinos, while his wife Zhang had 21 kilograms of elephant ivory. In China and Hong Kong, ivory is seen as precious material used in ornaments and jewelry, as well as in traditional medicine. The jailing of the Chinese couple, who were nicknamed Lin Zhang in Malawi, was widely praised by wildlife conservationists. The Telegraph reports that last week, Malawi's President Lazarus Chakwera pardoned 21 prisoners, with Lin and Zhang being among those pardoned. The presidency is, however, yet to publish the names of those who received presidential clemency. Malawi's Natural Resources Justice Network, a coalition of 45 civil society organizations, is among the groups that have altered leniency granted to Lin and Zhang. The Telegraph reports that Lin remains in custody in Malawi pending corruption charges, while his spouse Zhang has already left the southern African country.
Hello guys, welcome to Antiami TV. Thank you very much for your support and love. Ongoing support. Hey, I cannot come out of Malawi. Today I wanted to go to another country, to visit Uganda, to visit Rwanda, but oh my God, Malawians, you are the best. Guys, today I wanted to visit Uganda and Rwanda, but oh my God, I came across one serious wildlife trafficking offense that was committed by Chinese nationals in Malawi. Someone will say it's normal, they were arrested. If you followed up this case, oh my God, Malawians, this outgoing government has got a lot to answer. Just imagine these Chinese, one of them was charged 14 years, the other one 12 years with these serious charges. Before I continue to add more sugar, then I'll add a lot of salt and Scotch bonnet. I'm going to read for you about these serious offenses they committed. Is it because they are foreigners? So only Malawians who have so far committed similar cases are rotting in Malawi jails. But because they are Chinese, they had a right to pardon them. Oh, Chakwera, Chakwera, Chakwera. Shame on you, because this is not really right. Let me explain to you what happened, because I know you've heard part of the video, but I'll play the video after I explain to you about this case, so that you Malawians, innocent Malawians, you can see how this so-called Chakwera was so corrupt. Because it means he got something. The same case, the same charges in China, these 2 Chinese will get death sentence. I'm telling you this now. But this so-called pastor decided to pardon them, while they are poor Malawians who went in that forest to hunt because they wanted to taste the meat. But now they are serving 14 years without pardoning them. But just because they are Malawians and black. There is no justice. That's why I repeat, this man has got blood in his hands. Because at the end of the day, why choosing these Chinese nationals over your own brothers and sisters? If it was a Malawian or an African, or even if it was any nationality out there committing the same offenses in China, they will never pardon you. You are going to serve that in 14 years, 12 years, or you are going to face death sentence. They don't care. They will do it, but you, Chakwera, you managed to do that. Let's read as we continue to subscribe, like, comment, and share. This one, a lot of secrets. If you chose him again, by now, what was he meant to do? Malawians, be careful. Open your eyes. Because we are here to expose and expose and expose until the new government has to show us that something is done. He needs to answer one day and tell Malawians what really happened. Why were they pardoned with this serious? Even ChatGPT is like, he said it was a serious case.
You won't believe what is going on in Malawi. 5 black rhinos, yes, the endangered species, the one that is protected, they were unalived by 2 Chinese nationals. Now, those 2 Chinese nationals were arrested, taken to court, and they were sentenced to 14 years in prison. Well, the president of Malawi, Lazarus, he came forward and pardoned those Chinese nationals. He let them go, like no apologies, no fees, just go. They are free to go back to their country with no response. So you're telling me today in 2025, an African leader is protecting foreign criminals over his own country's wildlife? That is crazy. Black rhinos are already hanging on by a thread. They are dying species. And now, thanks to the president's forgiveness stunt, Malawi just becomes a poacher's paradise, especially if the poacher is foreign and they have money. Because let's face it, the president did not pardon these guys because of the goodness of his heart. No, he was definitely bribed. The question is, who bribed him? Was it the criminals? Was it the Chinese government? We don't know. The people of Malawi are understandably very furious, because imagine spending your whole life protecting the rhinos, and then just like that, people come, they unalive them, they pay a bribe, and then they just leave. This is not fair. But let me ask you, if it was an African poacher, do you think he would have been pardoned like those guys were? Let me know in the comments.
President Lazarus Chakwera, who is the former president now, granted a presidential pardon to Lin Yanhe, a Chinese national convicted of serious wildlife trafficking offenses. Lin Yanhe was convicted in 2021 for wildlife trafficking. A serious offense in China, including possession and trade in rhino horn. Just imagine, 1 rhino was killed there. And this woman, I don't know if it's a man, because they are a couple anyway, managed to get that, while Malawians cannot even try or attempt, we have to put that English, to do this. There was a substantial public criticism public criticized, I don't know if Malawians, from environmental groups in Malawi over this case. The pardon was part of larger set of pardons 37 inmates granted during Malawi's Independence Day. The pardon decision has raised concern that it undermines exactly wildlife protection, exactly laws, Malawi commitments under international treaties, e.g., CITES sites, and could weaken deterrence for wildlife crime. It was a crime they committed. That's why there are a lot of Malawians rotting in jail. But this ongoing so-called pastor, Lazarus Chakwera, did that. I don't think he did that for free, but he was bribed. I know he got something. According to Mongabe, Secretary for Homeland Security that time, that was Steve Kayuni, said the pardon were made in accordance with Malawi laws. No. Let me know, Malawians. Do you believe that it was made accordance to Malawi law? No. So-called Homeland Security might be minister or what else, secretary or what. He was also corrupt and were limited to prisoners who had demonstrated good conduct and met the prescribed guidelines. How can you teach the world, even Malawians, even other nationals, that is serious to just attempt to be found with a horn for rhino or an elephant, you name it. But it suits them if that crime has been committed with a foreigner. Is that justice? Let's continue. The government asserted it was a selective exercise of clemency. In local press, the Ministry of Homeland, that man, Security, later said the inmates released during the Independence Day pardons met requirements of the guidelines of granting of pardon to convicted prisoners and demonstrate good behavior reform while serving their sentences. That's a lie. I understand that this is what each and every leader does. But at the end of the day, why releasing these so-called Chinese nationals early while they did not even serve half of their sentence? Even according to reports, they served only 1 year. Hey, Linear was sentenced to 14 years for wildlife trafficking, rhino horn trade, and money laundering. Serious cases. Money laundering, even all these cases, these charges in China is death sentence. They will hang Lin Hua. Zhang, his wife, had been sentenced to 11 years for related wildlife offenses. The IFAW, International Fund of Animal Welfare, this is international organization, reports that both were released and that Zhang has reportedly already left Malawi. You see? He left Malawi. Let me tell you something now. He left Malawi, but let me tell you something now. I don't think that he went back to China. It means might be he went to another country in Africa. This is what they do. He cannot go back to his country. This is what we've been repeating, that most of these Chinese who are there in Africa, it's like they just come there. Some of them, we used to hear that they were prisoners in their countries. Hey, Leave me alone, oh. However, Lynn is said to remain on remand, held pending trial for corruption charges involving attempts to bribe a high court judge and prison officials. Hey, you can see. But what we are asking now, we are asking the new government to investigate this case. President Mutharika, please investigate this case. Let your ministers to investigate what is going on. We need update, Malawians. Civil society organizations in Malawi have expressed strong dismay, saying the pardon undermines conservation gains, weakens trust in the justice system. Exactly. And may violate transparency obligations. And that is segregation. You don't favor your own people. But this is what Africa, we are all about. Africans, our leaders, even us Africans. You see an African person favoring Muzungu than fellow African. What's wrong with us? That's why the system is so corrupt. They call for the government to publish the pardon list and the rationale behind each pardon. Exactly. Observers also point out that the pardon was made well before Lynn had served half his sentence, the usual clemency benchmark in many jurisdictions, raising questions about whether he satisfied the standard eligibility criteria. The official pardon instrument, e.g. certificate or decree, has not been located in the public domain. Hey, how is it going to be located? Because this government was bribed. They got money out of it. Hey. The exact condition, e.g. whether the pardon was full or conditional, whether release was immediate, whether there were residual obligations, are not in the available sources. Hey, this has to be investigated, Mr. President, please. We need to know. What example are we showing to these people who are rotting in jail because of the same charges? What message are we sending to poor Malawians? It's not certain whether the pardon was absolute, erasing the remaining sentence, or partial, reducing it for Lynn and Zhang. There is no confirmation in the public record that the pardon for Zhang is still effective, or if any reversal or further legal process intervened, it will be dealt with. Because we are here to remind the government to deal with such cases accordingly. No one will take advantage on African system because that person is a foreigner. In each and every country, even the Western world, people are treated accordingly to their crimes. Not because, oh, this one is Muzungu, but okay, it's our own, we are going to do this. No, it doesn't work like that. Whether the criteria of clemency, e.g. good, okay, we read that. The case has drawn a lot of attention internationally. So if you, okay, international. Let me say something, Malawians. This is one of the cases which shows, also demonstrates, maybe I have to demonstrates that this government of Chakwera was full of corruption and bribes. Whether they like it or not, but this is reality. Because there will be more issues like this where we are going to expose them. It doesn't mean that because there's a new government, we have just to forget. There's nowhere to forget. This is the time for us to remind the new government that, you know what? We need the answers. Yesterday, it was about the Vice President, Lazarus Chakwera. Today, this is another one. I might find another one. Then I'll come again here and remind, I know Your Excellency, wherever you are, or some of your government officials, they are listening, they are watching these videos. Please, this has to be investigated. What happened? Why was he pardoned, or why were they pardoned? Because already they wanted to bribe the prison guards who did not even have a say. Poor them. If they say no, they will lose their jobs. Wanted to bribe the courts of Malawi. I don't know if it was possible. I don't know if they did get that bribe, but we want the government to investigate. We want all these culprits to be charged, to be taken into justice. We want them to give us answers. This is all about. Hey, guys, watch this video from the beginning till the end, because you are such a bunch of nice supportive people. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friend to subscribe. Tell your neighbor to subscribe. Tell your auntie to subscribe. We need to reach 1,000, because we need to bring all this to justice. These corrupt people to justice. I know there's another case where these people, they were machete, killing people, injuring people. I need to find some information, gather, then you see your auntie coming back. We are not finished, because this is what we have to do. If a government is voted out, this is the time to expose their trash. This is what we have to do. So, you know what? Oh, you nice people, watch this video. Please. Don't forget to subscribe. Shower your auntie with blessings and love. And shower your auntie with subscriptions. Thank you. Tomorrow, we need to talk about Uganda. Oh my God, guys. Hey, witchcraft in Uganda. Tomorrow, come here. We need to talk about witchcraft. Politicians, because of election. They are busy now as we are talking in Uganda, going to the witches and wizards. Hey, this world, oh, now wow. Thank you very much. God bless you abundantly. Ciao. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you very much to all my subscribers, both return and new subscribers. You are welcome. Thank you. Auntie Ami says, shower her with blessing. Ciao. Bye.
From Kingston streets to the quiet hills, together in harmony, hear the joy